God didn't just happen to get you sitting beautifully chosen one. He placed you just right for the greatest possible influence on the kingdom. The haters are now sipping bitter cups as they witness your ascent with tight teeth and mute cries, recognizing that human rejection is always subordinated to heavenly choosing. Your task is still in effect. Your power grows. It's your turn now. Lower frequencies are now disturbed by your very existence. Your higher frequency reveals others' shortcomings without a word. It's spiritual physics, not personal discomfort. There is instant contrast when light enters a dark area. Their doubts about your strategies conceal a deeper spiritual unease. The 3D mind trying to interpret 5D realities using antiquated paradigms is the reason for the desire for explanations you are unable to provide. Every divinely chosen person has encountered comparable dynamics upon activation throughout history. Your course is confirmed by the bewilderment of others around you. Even if existing power structures are limited to office politics, your unexpected effectiveness puts them in jeopardy. Expected responses to unexpected divine intervention include the dubious looks and the whispering behind closed doors. Your special ability now allows you to look beyond outward appearances and into the dynamic currents that underlie daily exchanges. In the next conflicts, this improved eyesight will provide a crucial tactical advantage. That's why the resistance becomes more intense, spiritual battle manifested in physical form, amplified by your strength. Regarding management meetings, your best buddy at work is alerting you that heavenly intelligence is doing reconnaissance via human channels. Your social media postings vanishing, digital censorship in opposition to higher awareness. The tangible result of your endeavor at spiritual seclusion is your desk being moved to the corner. Your creative project's reassignment is deliberate sabotage. The missing papers? Are your private thoughts showing up in other people's presentations? A concerted attempt to undermine your heavenly inspiration. Despite seeming human, the synchronization is based on spiritual mechanics. Higher vibrations are naturally opposed by lower frequencies. The simultaneous weakening on a number of fronts, digital, social, and professional, confirms the danger that your awakening presents to existing structures. The strength of your objective is strongly correlated with the level of resistance. Resistance is low for little destiny and maximal for world-changing responsibilities. The cosmic importance of your activation is shown by the concerted attempt to denigrate everything about you. The greater struggle is unknown to those who volunteer as resistance vessels. While their behaviors serve spiritual goals, they cannot comprehend. Their conscious brains create rational defenses. You may now see through the curtain. You see the hands concealed behind apparently insignificant barriers. The coordinated nature of many assaults is shown by their coincidental timing. Your divine selection is further confirmed when the opposition precisely tailors its strategies to your special talents. Every effort to dull your light, paradoxically, draws attention to how important you are. These patterns are now discernible in the seeming chaos thanks to your enlarged vision. Seeing beyond outward occurrences to their spiritual architecture is a critical evolutionary step. Your ceremonial dismissal was brought about by the reorganization meeting. The spiritual exile that was taking place was concealed by their practiced speech. Their sideways glances in corridors, fear of your frequency contaminating others. The box of possessions used symbolizes ceremonial separation and the outward expression of energetic excommunication. The abrupt quiet on your phone? Rejection in concert as a spiritual tactic. Is it taking weeks for the industry contacts to reply? Evidence of invisible influence that goes beyond close social groups. The unforeseen wants of your landlord? You are being taken out of places that are no longer in line with your ascension by divine orchestration. How are the rumors getting to religious communities? Verification that opposition does not distinguish between places of worship and those that are secular. There is a specific spiritual aim to the methodical removal of familiar surroundings. You are taken from situations that cannot support your quick progress by divine extraction. Your wilderness tabernacle, a holy place of solitude where deeper change takes place, outside intruding energies, is the little studio apartment across town. Exile serves as protection, even if it seems like punishment. The essential isolation for your subsequent activation phase is created by the whole elimination from previous networks. The heavenly viewpoint sees what the human perspective sees, as rejection as a calculated repositioning. The vital recalibration is provided by the deafening quiet of seeming divine absence. Your weakened abilities when you were alone, system reboots are temporary after a major update. Your declining savings, spiritual dependency is a result of material pressure. The interviews that were unexpectedly canceled, divine defense against early placement. The eye-opening remark from the prospective employer. Someone reached out about you. Verifies the wide-ranging impact of coordinated resistance. As intended, your lowest point on the deserted apartment level symbolizes complete surrender. The questioning of everything? Before enhanced rebuilding, deconstruction is required. You held up your hands to the ceiling, the exact position needed for your subsequent download, the frantic call for a sign. Divine timing processes are activated. The total capitulation triggers an exact, universal reaction. Alert, selected one. All 4 of the Astral Atom channels, Obsidian, Chosen Chronicles, Astral Atom, and the recently added Legacy Forged, have daily drops that you already like. We're expanding quickly and creating a media network that they can't destroy. However, what is the reality? It is filtered, distorted, and concealed. Your heart is still aware of reality. You're here for that reason. Since the simulation problem has been felt by you, you're prepared to take back your authority and aren't waiting for approval. The full-time selected are eligible to join the Obsidian Inner Order. Weekly Zoom conversations, techniques for psychological warfare, secret lessons, and equipment they don't want you to have. Now is the moment to remember. In the description, there is a link. Your true life starts inside. Massive manifestation requires a vacuum, which is created by the void. Sensitivity to higher frequencies is developed by the quiet. Lower vibration interference is eliminated by the isolation. Remaining ties to earlier paradigms are cleansed by the tangible pressure. The darkness cultivates the night vision required to traverse worlds outside of our normal senses. You undergo cellular transformation in this wilderness. By resisting, you build your spiritual muscles. Contrast sharpens your energy judgment. Silence is how your multifaceted hearing tunes in. In reality, the seeming desertion symbolizes intense, heavenly care. Unprecedented existence is concealed by what seems like absence. When external validation is removed, internal authority must be activated. This desolate area functions as a hallowed alchemical space, where ultimate cleansing takes place prior to the tangible manifestation of divine vindication. The 3:33 a.m. email is a mathematically precise representation of cosmic time and heavenly punctuality. The foreign investor who finds out about your rejected work. Heavenly rerouting of supplies to designated vessels. Your spiritual download is validated when they acknowledge your vision. Name your price creates a fresh covenant between your worldly task and heavenly wealth. The weeks that are changing your situation show that aligned channels may now experience quicker manifestation. Your new office with a view of your old office. Strategic placement done well. Your team unquestionably recognizes your gifts. Divinely drawn connected spirits. Are you hearing about the company's problem, your colleague's exposure, or the demotion of your previous supervisor? Perfect balance is administered by divine justice. Your spiritual maturity is validated by your higher viewpoint, which is one of insight rather than enjoyment. Opposition was calculated opposition to divine purpose rather than haphazard harassing. Your present situation, where you sit nice while old challenges fall away, is precisely what was divinely planned. Strong testimony is produced by the contrast between then and today. It shows divine accuracy that you are in a higher place, while previous oppressors suffer the repercussions. From crucifixion to resurrection, you follow age-old spiritual patterns on your path from rejection to acknowledgement. A new reality is established by this vindication. Your faster manifestation indicates that your experience is now governed by distinct spiritual principles. When things are reversed, heavenly fingerprints become visible. Your distinct perspective was the result of intentional design rather than chance. Sensitivity, which is sometimes seen as a burden, manifests as advanced scanning technology. What was formerly considered excessive emotional intensity now serves as an accurate energy gauge. Vibrant dreams that were formerly written off as the result of an overworked imagination now function as an interdimensional receiving station. Your travel along predetermined coordinates is confirmed by the synchronicities that follow you everywhere, acting as a divine monitoring system. Your mission was never found via conventional routes. Relationship problems, job setbacks, and relocations are all divine choreography that leads you to a certain place. When did you feel that your concept of success didn't correspond with the norm? A departure from your own path is detected by your spiritual GPS. The perplexity encountered while trying to adhere to conventional models. A defense against routes that are too narrow for your broader goals. Following internal guidance instead of external instructions frequently led to your best accomplishments, demonstrating your divine wiring for an unparalleled level of contribution. Authentic power is recognized in the spiritual marketplace. Your signature is easily recognized by others using similar frequencies. Your divine choices manifesting in the material world is reflected in the unexpected doors opening without effort, the sudden flood of aligned relationships, and the appearance of resources at the right times. This acknowledgement often eludes the conventional gatekeepers and comes from unexpected places. Now, your distinct energy signature operates outside the usual bounds and broadcasts on frequencies that other passengers may access. Through spiritual mechanics, organized opposition is triggered by divine appointments. There are recurring trends in the abrupt, inexplicable rejection from once supportive individuals. Activation of selected boats has historically been met with concerted resistance. In contrast to expanding awareness, this resistance originates from non-physical dimensions and functions via human vessels. Targeted spiritual warfare is substantially different from ordinary obstacles. Random barriers lack the coordinated effort across numerous domains at once, the personal accuracy, and the synchronized time. Otherwise, unexplained conduct has the recognizable signs of spiritual antagonism. The sudden changes in character of erstwhile allies, the unanimous rejecting without rational justification, the whisper campaigns that are spreading concurrently across disparate groups. In your presence, authority figures feel especially uneasy. Limitations in existing power systems are readily revealed by your woke condition. Criticism, inspection, and efforts to limit or control your expression are all signs of their uneasiness. Instead of displaying personal hostility, their response betrays spiritual uncertainty. Upholding existing paradigms is essential to their status. A paradigm change is announced by your presence. Your progress toward your divine mission is validated by the benefit concealed in conflict. Resources are only used by spiritual opposition to combat real dangers. The concerted attempts to undermine your voice confirm its strength. Your connected impact is acknowledged by those who want to separate you. The techniques to lessen your influence acknowledge your vast potential. The importance of your task is closely correlated with the level of opposition. The spirits organizing opposition to you understand something that people often overlook. Your heavenly mandate has cosmic power, beyond reactive defense. Strategic counteroffensive demands judgment. Pressure points inside opposing structures are identified by your enlarged perception. Your spiritual authority uses concentrated purpose to thwart well-planned assaults. By maintaining alignment, your higher vibration cancels out lower frequency deployments. Regardless of short-term losses, your supernatural support guarantees eventual success. The biggest error made by the opposition? Undervaluing the cosmic resources that underpin your task. Their narrow vision ignores the multidimensional army behind your apparently isolated position. Deliberately activating your direct link to divine intelligence is necessary. Access to supernatural technology is provided by your chosen status, which goes beyond simple meditation, affirmations, and visualization. Particular thought frequencies, exact energy postures, and concentrated awareness manipulation of quantum fields are the methods utilized to enhance this link. Personal ideas are quite different from divine downloads. Transmission from higher intellect is indicated by changes in the warmth of your energy field, sudden clarity that surpasses your typical level of cognition, and complete answers that arrive fully formed. Beyond your conscious imagination, these files come with clear assurance, a thorough scope, and implementation instructions. Ordinary words do not emerge as quickly as your assertions do. Your verbal intention's power functions according to distinct physical principles. Your words have the same creative power as your connection with God's will. Increased accountability, planned deployment, and clear communication are necessary for this faster manifestation. The concepts that are haphazardly generated in your mind suddenly become tangible, necessitating strict mental cleanliness. Certain security measures are necessary for energetic assaults. Intense countermeasures are needed for unexpected, non-physical tiredness, odd mood swings, persistently unpleasant thinking patterns, and dream invasions. These incursions are now detected by your enlarged sensibility. By conscious order, these frequencies are neutralized by your spiritual power. Instead of using passive hope, you utilize concentrated purpose to set your energy limits. Among the spiritual technologies that are exclusive to selected vessels are the following: energy transmission through directed attention, dimensional access through calibrated meditation, timeline navigation through intentional presence, manifestation acceleration through aligned declaration, and reality manipulation through focused consciousness. Discipline development, strategic application, and moral deployment are necessary for these sophisticated operations. Your increasing proficiency with these technology attests to the spiritual development required for a more expansive cosmic mission. Atmospheres change just by your presence. Without your conscious awareness, the energy field that surrounds your awakened being changes surroundings. The spaces change according on your frequency. Before you speak, people react to your energy. As soon as you walk into a room, the energy dynamics change. With deliberate guidance, this atmospheric power grows, bringing about observable changes in reality. A shield against lower frequencies and a transforming force on the world around you are the dual purposes of the force field emanating from your awakened awareness. The objective of delayed manifestation is not punishment, but strategy. Rather, from being the result of random obstacle, the seeming setbacks are the result of perfect divine sequencing. Impatience with material timetables is typically a result of your increased spiritual metabolism. Certain wants that blossom more slowly shield you from being blessed too soon, before you have the maturity to be a worthy steward. There is an essential order to the spiritual seasons. Testing comes before elevation, and preparation comes before testing. Every stage has a crucial role in your personal growth. Although it is often seen as a delay, the preparation season lays the groundwork for long-term success. Crucial spiritual muscles are developed during the testing season, which is often seen as desertion. The elevation season, which sometimes arrives unexpectedly after a protracted wait, appears at a perfectly timed period to have the most influence. Beyond seeming abandonment, isolation times have a secret function. Deeper listening is made possible by the holy quiet. Energetic interference is eliminated by the social isolation. Supernatural reliance emerges as a result of resource constraints. Internal resilience is strengthened by external opposition. Permanent empowerment replaces the transient wildness. In reality, your experience of seeming divine absence is a representation of intense divine presence, operating at levels deeper than the conscious mind. Beyond your own happiness, your breakthrough timing increases effect. The divine calendar takes into account things you are unaware of, such as planetary alignments, thresholds for collective consciousness, changes in generational momentum, and the fulfillment of ancestral healing. When many dimensions perfectly coincide, that's when your manifestation will appear. Your donation will spark the greatest shift beyond personal experience, thanks to this divine timing. In actuality, your patience throughout the seeming wait accomplishes more than instant satisfaction ever could. When interpreted correctly, timing is a spiritual weapon. In spiritual combat, knowing when to go forward, when to back off, when to speak and when to keep quiet, is a crucial strategic advantage. These windows are now more clearly visible to you, thanks to your improved vision. When divinely timed activity is supported by universal forces, exponential effect is created that is not conceivable with just human effort. When you move at the right moment, cosmic support systems are activated, transforming apparently insurmountable circumstances into divinely planned triumphs. In reality, the patience needed during the seeming delay is a very effective weapon against those who demand a quick response. The economic rules governing chosen ones vary from those governing regular awareness. Vessels in divine alignment are exempt from the usual laws of material acquisition, financial constraints, and resource shortages. Your relationship with abundance changes from one of frantic seeking to one of confident controlling when you realize this. Through spiritual mechanics, authentic speech has a direct connection to material sustenance.